Hey guys, we are going to talk about something huge today. We're talking about employee benefits and how those can help you in picking the right job. So, if I ask you your number one preference or reason for taking a job at your age, and many people at their age, whatever age they're at, would probably say, how much money do I make? And yes, that is a huge factor in picking a career, but there is a lot more to it. Okay, before we talk about benefits, I'll talk about maybe the number one benefit, if you want to see it that way, or number one reason to pick a job is, what value does it bring to you? How much do you enjoy that job? Do you feel like you're making a difference in your life or someone else's life? If you answer yes to those questions, then that's probably a great career to look further into. But we're going to look a little bit more at some benefits that are kind of black and white and talk about how they are important in picking the right career path for yourself. So, a job benefit is anything outside of how much money you're making per hour, per month, per week, per day, whatever it might be. This is another thing that brings value to the job to you. Okay, so a benefit is something that adds value to the job other than just the bottom dollar of how much money you're making. With the scenario with Nicholas, where you had to pick between two different jobs, you will remember that both jobs paid exactly the same. So if you just look on paper, two jobs that pay exactly the same amount per hour, who cares which job you take? You're making the same amount of money. Well, you found out that's not really true. There are certain job costs and there are job benefits that add to your what we call compensation package, which means how much money do you actually bring home from that job. So here are a list of job benefits that are really important for you to keep in mind. Okay, first one is paid leave. Paid leave basically means if you are gone for maybe you have a personal day that you want to take off, like a vacation day, you get paid for taking that time off. Okay, this is where I embarrassed my cousin and talk about a story where he was in an interview, a real story. Okay, I'll also say he's a very, very successful businessman now, but we've always kind of made fun of him, and he's goes along with it just fine. But he was in an interview where they said you get paid vacation. That was one of the job benefits, paid vacation. And he's sitting there thinking, man, this is amazing. And so he blurts out his first response that comes to his mind, and he says, anywhere I want to go. And of course, the boss looks at him and doesn't really know how to react. Okay, he thought paid vacation means you will pay for me to go on vacation. You will pay for my trip, you'll pay for my flight, you'll pay for my food, my hotel. And we laugh at him for that because he obviously misunderstood what that means. But it is still a great benefit for you to keep in mind. Okay, this means that you are out of the office, you are out of your job, and you are still getting paid as if you are there doing your work. And some jobs offer paid vacation or paid leave. That's what this means. Okay, so that's a great thing. That's a great benefit. You can do nothing that day, take a personal day for yourself, and still get paid as if you are doing your normal job. Insurance is huge, huge. Health insurance is super, super expensive. And if your company can provide you strong health insurance, that can give you such a great peace of mind that you know that if anything goes wrong, you're going to be covered or you're going to be financially backed by this company. And that's honestly I've known people in my life that take a job not because they want that job, not because they love that job, but because they know that it's going to give them full insurance. And that value alone is worth them sticking with that job. Okay, this is unbelievably important. Insurance is kind of a strange thing. It's one of those things that you pay for and you hope you never have to use. And an example of this is I have home insurance on my house. Okay, if a hailstorm comes and destroys the roof, my home insurance will help to pay for that cost. If there was a fire tragically in my house, then the damages would be covered by homeowners insurance, depending how that fire started. And that's just a great peace of mind. Now, I hope, even though I'm paying for this every single month, I hope I never have a hailstorm that destroys my roof. I hope I never have a fire that destroys part of my house. But yet I pay for this insurance to back myself in these scenarios if they were to happen. Your insurance, health insurance paid for by a company, is money that you don't have to spend that is there to protect you in case you get sick, your wife or husband gets sick, someday your kids, have break their arm or something like that. Your health insurance, if paid for by your company, can take away all the headaches of those high expenses that might come with those medical bills. Okay, savings plans. You're going to work, let's say you start when you're 26, 25, 24. You're going to work probably until you're 65 to 70, maybe 60. Okay, that's a huge chunk of time. That's 40 to 45 years possibly. During your time at work, there are some companies that provide a retirement savings plan where you put in a certain amount of money of your paycheck each month. They will actually match up to a certain percentage exactly what you put in. So let's say you put in $300 this month. If that's the maximum amount that your company will match, well, then they'll put in $300 as well. $600 goes into your retirement for that month, and the next month it happens again and again and again, and you do that for 30, 40 years. Half of that money that you've saved for retirement was actually from your company and not just from you. Okay, and the other benefit here is the tax dollars. If I put money into my retirement account, I don't get taxed for that amount. So basically, yes, I'm not taking home as much money, I'm not keeping as much of my money or being able to spend my money right then and there, but I'm also not getting taxed on those dollars that I'm saving at that point in time. So another huge benefit. The other thing is my company is giving me money for free. I can't just go buy a new pair of shoes with it now, but I know when I retire at the end of my career after I've put in many, many years, I'm going to have more money saved so that I can, stop working and enjoy the rest of my life. Some companies will provide tuition assistance. So this could be to help you to further your education at this point in your life, or it could be to help pay back bills that you have for education that you've gone through previously. Another huge benefit. Okay, training is a big thing. Anytime a company is spending money on you, that's usually a pretty good sign. Why would they spend money on you if they don't want to keep you around? Okay, that's a sign of job security. So if your company is willing to send you to a conference or help you take some type of class or training, and especially if they're helping to pay for it, you may see it as, oh, this is a requirement, this is more work that I have to do. But the way you should look at it is this company is investing in me, they're spending dollars on me, they must value me, they want me around. Plus, at the end of the day, you're only continuing to further your reputation, your resume, your experience. If for some reason you change your mind about working for that company, at the very least, you've furthered yourself and you're in a better spot to take another job if you ever decide to do so. So that's kind of a win-win situation. Employee discounts are something to be careful of. These are a nice benefit, and I would say definitely be careful at your age. Let's say you work at a clothing store in the summer. If they give you a discount, you may see that as a really great benefit. You can go buy new shoes or new clothes at a lesser rate than what they charge normal customers. But if you think about it, okay, yeah, that's a benefit, but their company is making money on you kind of twice because you're putting in labor, you're working for them, and then you get a paycheck, and because this discount is enticing, you might go spend that money on their clothes, which kind of means you're reinvesting into them. So not only did you work for a while and get paid, you gave some of that money back. So you want to be careful of that type of a discount. Certainly a great benefit though if it's something that you need in your life. And the final thing I'll talk about is wellness programs. Okay, this is normally where I would ask you, why do you think a business would? What this means is they're helping to pay for maybe a gym membership for you. Let's say, for example, okay, why would a company that you work for say, if you want to join the YMCA, we'll pay for a full year's, subscription or not subscription, membership to the YMCA. Well, they pay for that because you're furthering your health. If you're furthering your health, you're more reliable at work. You're probably taking less sick days because you're healthier. You are also probably less likely to have to go to the hospital because you're ill, you know, and so their insurance rates might also drop. So these are all benefits to keep in mind. These are things that can add to your overall amount that you're earning within a company. And these can be huge things. Don't just look at the bottom dollar of how much money am I making per year. Also factor in all the other benefits financially that may be provided to you. All right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.